Right now, somewhere in your city, two people are doing the exact same job. Same title, same hours, same salary. One of them is finishing in 4 hours what takes the other one 8. They are not smarter. They did not go to a better school. They found 10 tools, and the other person doesn't know those tools exist yet. Here's what nobody is saying clearly enough. AI didn't announce itself. It arrived quietly, slipped into the workflows of a few million people who happened to be paying attention. And those people are now operating at a level that used to require an entire team. My name is Nick, and I spend an unreasonable amount of time thinking about the tools that separate the people who pull ahead from everyone else still running in place. Hit subscribe, because the gap between knowing these tools and not knowing them is only going to widen from here. Let me introduce you to Maya. Maya is 31, sharp, works hard, and is permanently buried. Her job involves writing, research, client communication, and a rotating pile of tasks that eat the best hours of every day. The problem isn't discipline. The problem is she's doing the work of 4 people with the tools built for 1. By the end of this video, that changes, for her and for you. Tool 1. ChatGPT. You've heard the name, you've maybe even used it once, got a weird answer, and closed the tab. That is not using ChatGPT. That is touching it. There is a canyon between touching a tool and learning how it works. ChatGPT is the closest thing we have to a tireless thinking partner. It doesn't replace your thinking. It multiplies it. Maya pastes in a rough brain dump of everything she's trying to say and asks it to reflect the ideas back more clearly. Not to write for her, to help her think. That one shift changed everything. The cost of not using this. Every hour you spend alone wrestling with a blank page is an hour you're paying in full. Tool 2. Claude. If ChatGPT is the fast, confident friend who always has an answer, Claude is the careful, precise one who thinks before speaking. Claude is exceptionally strong at tasks requiring nuance, long documents, and tone that actually sounds human. Maya uses it for anything where the output has to sound like a real person wrote it. Emails to difficult clients. Communications that need to walk a careful line. Claude understands register in a way other tools miss. The cost of not knowing it. Every email that lands wrong is a tax on your time and your reputation. Tool 3. Perplexity. Google shows you links and hopes you have the patience to click through 6 of them. Perplexity reads those pages for you, synthesizes the information, cites its sources, and hands you a clean answer in 30 seconds. Maya uses it every time she needs to get up to speed on something fast. A new industry. A topic she's never covered. A question she doesn't know enough about to even search properly. The cost of skipping this. Every research rabbit hole you've fallen into in the last 6 months is the invoice. Tool 4. Notion AI. Most people use Notion as a fancy notebook. Notion AI turns that notebook into a system that thinks with you. Inside your existing notes, you can now ask questions, get summaries, and pull answers from 2 years of your own work in seconds. Maya has client notes, project briefs, and meeting summaries all living in Notion. She queries all of it conversationally now. What used to take 20 minutes of manual digging takes 3 seconds. Multiply that across every day of the year. Tool 5. Otter.ai. Every meeting you attend and then try to reconstruct from memory is a bet you keep losing. Otter joins your calls, listens, transcribes, and produces a clean summary with action items before the meeting window has even closed. Maya used to spend 30 minutes after every meeting writing up what happened. Now she walks out and is already on to the next thing. 30 minutes. Every meeting. Every day. Run that forward across a year and tell me that number is small. Tool 6. Midjourney. Visual communication has a language. Most people are not fluent in it. Midjourney lets you describe an image in plain English and generates a professional visual in under a minute. Presentations, content graphics, concept images, all of it from a text description. It is not a replacement for a great designer. But for fast concepts and presentation visuals, it removes a bottleneck that used to cost real money and real days. Tool 7. ElevenLabs. Most people are not voiceover artists. ElevenLabs generates realistic synthetic voice from text. You write the script, pick a voice, and get broadcast quality audio in minutes. No microphone, no editing, no second takes. For anyone building content, courses, or video, this removes an enormous friction point. The production quality bar is rising. The people who keep up look polished. The people who don't will look increasingly dated. Tool 8. Zapier. Zapier connects your apps and builds automated workflows between them without a single line of code. When a form is submitted, create a task. When an email arrives from this sender, save the attachment and notify someone. All automatic. Maya automated 7 recurring manual tasks in one afternoon. Setup took 90 minutes. That investment pays dividends every single day. The cost of not using this. Every repetitive manual action you do on a screen is something you're volunteering to do by hand when you don't have to. Tool 9. Gamma. Presentations are a time black hole. Hours disappear. You've rearranged the same slide 11 times. Gamma takes your content and builds a polished professional deck around it in minutes. You describe what you need, paste in your notes, and it produces a starting point that most people would have spent 3 hours building. You keep the judgment. Gamma absorbs everything that had nothing to do with judgment in the first place. Tool 10. GitHub Copilot. If you don't write code, this one isn't for you today. But if you do, even occasionally, Copilot lives inside your coding environment and suggests code as you type. It completes functions, catches errors, and explains what existing code does in plain language. The boundary between who codes and who doesn't is shrinking every year. The people with a head start now will not be giving it back. Now zoom out. Every single one of these tools does the same fundamental thing. It collapses the gap between what you're capable of thinking and what you're capable of producing. That gap is where most talented people live. Smart people. Capable people who have the ideas but not the bandwidth. These tools close that gap in real time. Every year that passes without learning them is not a neutral year. The person across the table using all 10 is getting more done, producing better work, and building things faster than the year before. The gap compounds. Exactly like a savings account you never open. Except what's compounding isn't money. It's capability distance. Maya didn't learn all 10 in a week. She started with one, got comfortable, added another. 4 months later, her entire operating reality had changed. The transition cost was real. The return has been compounding ever since. So here's the only instruction that matters. Start with one, the one that hits closest to the biggest drain on your day. Not next month, this week. Because the people who pull ahead don't have a secret. They just had a Tuesday where they decided to learn something instead of putting it off. Hit subscribe. The tools that matter next quarter are already being built. You should probably know about those too.